If you were to go out and believe all the bookmakers and all the analysts out there, the NFL race has really come down between two players, Aaron Rodgers and Jonathan Taylor. And then Tom Brady and Kirk Cousins are kind of trailing behind. But I believe, and I hope that others do as well, that Josh Allen should be considered a legitimate candidate. A couple of weeks ago, some executives and some coaches participated in a survey with Tom Pelissero of NFL.com, and they basically, Aaron Rodgers, Jonathan Taylor, top of the list, and then Brady and Kupp were kind of like really trailing behind. However, I think that when you look at Josh Allen and basically his second half performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and onward, and then he put up that 314-yard performance against the New England Patriots in what was a huge game for both teams. Even though it didn't, I believe that it should have thrust Allen back into that MVP conversation. And he's hanging in there with the leading candidates. I want to just read something from Brandon Cross of Fansided. He said, quote, as for Allen, he's ahead of Aaron Rodgers in passing yards and touchdowns with 4,408 yards, which ranks 7th, and 34th in passing touchdowns, which ranks 3rd. However, Allen has the benefit of being a mobile quarterback, which should be taken into consideration when adding in rushing touchdowns. Tom Brady still leads these three with about 39, but Allen is only one behind with 38, and Rodgers is third with 36. And I think like when we break down what the MVP award is, it has to go to the guy who's, yes, performing the best across the league, but it's also the contribution that he makes to his team in the most crucial moments. And when you think about where the Buffalo Bills were, right? Barely hanging on to a playoff spot. Boom, comes back against Carolina. The big game against the Patriots. Rican takes control of the AFC East. The Bills now have control of their own destiny. They could be at least have one home game, at least one home game during the postseason. It's because of Josh Allen. And like, listen, if we're going to be completely and utterly honest with ourselves, Josh Allen probably won't be in the conversation for MVP. He probably won't even get a vote for the most valuable player award. However, I think that when Bills fans are out there and trying to make their case of why Allen should have been an MVP, it completely makes sense. His numbers are there, his performance are there, his big time performances are there. I've been a big Jonathan Taylor guy, as most people know, so I get the argument of why Jonathan Taylor should be there. However, I don't understand why Josh Allen isn't in this conversation.